when you were diagnosed with thalassemia?
I had to go for blood transfusions every 1 month or so.
Do you want to convey a message for blood donation? Would you enlighten us about thalassemia?
Thalassemia is
Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Manojit Chakravarti. I'm a pediatric hemato-oncologist and a bone marrow transplant physician at Rainbow Children's Hospital, Bangalore. So today we are going to have a conversation, which is more than a conversation, I would say, which is more than medicine and more a story about courage, strength, and resilience. And it's more about living beyond blood. Today we have with us Srinivas Apte, who was diagnosed with thalassemia when he was 6 months of age, and he is still now receiving blood every month. But I would proudly say that he is studying right now in one of the prestigious institute of India, that is IIM Bangalore, where he is doing his postgraduate degree. The rest we will hear from him.
So I am Srinivas Apte. I am originally from Pune and I am currently here in Bangalore for my postgraduate in management in IIM Bangalore. I have done my engineering from College of Engineering Pune, and then I have worked for about 2 years in Bajaj Auto in Pune. I have been receiving blood transfusions for about every 2 weeks for 24 years. So I'll leave the calculations up to you about how many blood transfusions I have received.
Well, Srinivas, I would say you finished it in such a jiffy. I have been seeing you for many years now, and you said 24 years you have been receiving blood, and that too, which started, I believe, with once a month, and
Yes.
then coming to twice a week.
Once a week.
So you have left the calculation up to us, but I would say that's a huge number, and I really want to talk to you about this journey. And now coming up to IIM Bangalore. So let's hear from you the whole story, because we have been talking about thalassemia a lot. This time we want to understand thalassemia from your point of view. What are the challenges? What are the struggle? And how's the journey has been all throughout? Can you take us to the beginning? Can you tell us, if you know, when you were diagnosed with thalassemia, and how was the journey then?
So I was diagnosed with thalassemia when I was 6 months old, and so I received my first transfusion when I was 6 months old. But after that, I don't remember much. Just that my schooling was pretty normal. Just that my school was nearby, so it wasn't an issue. Also, I used to play with the kids in my apartment. I used to play with classmates. I used to participate in all the sports meets. But I had to go for blood transfusions every 1 month or so. So that was one adjustment, and I don't remember about the blood transfusions in my childhood. But yeah, like all other kids, I must have, right?
Yeah. So you used to take, I think the blood transfusion used to take a whole day over there.
Yes, it was a complete day, and so we went at 8 in the morning and came back by 7 or 8.
So that was the routine normally.
Yeah,
over
that
there.
was the route.
Okay. So again, would like to know how when you were adjusting to the surroundings, as if you become a little bigger, and you very nicely you mentioned that you were playing with all other kids, and so did you feel anything different that time?
So I was certainly not in the top 20% or 30%, but I was fairly in the median somewhere. So I didn't treat myself any differently. I used to play the same sports that everyone else played, and whatever everyone else was doing, I was doing that. So I didn't treat myself differently as such. If anything, I used to study more because I don't know, my parents encouraged me to do so, and credit certainly goes to my parents, but I used to study more and I used to get good grades too.
I think that's how you manage your school life. And was it something handled by the people in a different way, or ever you have faced anything?
Yeah, I'm lucky to say that I wasn't treated any differently. My parents must have explained to everyone that thalassemia it's not contagious, for example.
Yes.
So there were no myths. So we operated on need to know basis, and people were very supporting, and they were understood, and they didn't treat me any differently, and that's what I wanted. So I felt supported in the way that they put me to a normal standard. So that's what support I wanted, and that's what I got from them.
No, that's very nice, and I feel that you have been always motivated with the thing you are expressing. Would you like to mention about certain personalities or certain teachers or family members or friends who keep you motivated all throughout this journey?
Teachers and parent support was always there, but I'd like to mention about my friends because when they used to go for treks and all, they always pushed me to come with them and join them and give me the confidence. So I felt pretty motivated, and I went with them for the treks. And actually, uh, I was a bit behind, but they were supportive and they pushed my limits. So that motivated me a lot.
Nice. So we also know now that you love trekking.
Yes, I do.
So, for our listeners who may not be knowing much about thalassemia, would you enlighten us about thalassemia a little bit?
Thalassemia is a blood disorder in which basically the body doesn't produce hemoglobin, and so you have to take blood transfusions every 2 weeks or a month or so. So yeah, you have to keep going to the hospital for taking blood transfusions regularly, and certainly there are medications along with it.
So, now you mentioned that you have to go for monthly blood transfusion or every 2 weekly blood transfusions. So, also I know that you are in IIM Bangalore now. So, how did you manage to cope up with a blood transfusion now when you have a busy schedule?
Yeah, it's certainly been tough, but the colleges has been very understanding, and the lectures are such that I can schedule my blood transfusions accordingly. The blood transfusion center also has been very understanding, so they try to give me appointments when I don't have any tests or I don't have any important lectures that day. So a typical day would look like I wake up, I catch a taxi or bus, go to the transfusion center by 8:39, and take transfusion there, and come back home by 6 p.m. Yeah.
Also, would you like to enlighten us something about chelation? You know, we have been talking about blood transfusion, so many people don't know like what happens on the side effects of the blood transfusion.
So one of the major side effects of blood transfusion is the iron in your body increases. So for that you have to take chelation. So chelation are medicines which remove the iron from your body, and based on your doctor's advice, doctor prescribes you multiple medicines for removing the iron. So I currently take 3 medications divided thrice throughout the day. So sticking to the schedule is a bit difficult, but it has become routine, and like you eat, you don't miss your lunch time.
Right.
That's how I don't miss my medication time. So I take medications when I wake up, once in the afternoon and once while sleeping. So the schedule might sound hectic and constricted to some, but it has become pretty routine for me.
So that you have mentioned a very nice point. I would also like to know, do you face any difficulties in this blood transfusion or in getting blood?
Yeah, sure. I observed it's bit seasonal, so I faced shortages in Diwali or other festive seasons or even summer holidays where people go to their hometowns and there are not enough people donating blood. So we face shortage in those times.
Okay, so I fully agree with your point, what you are trying to say over here. And do you want to convey a message by this for blood donation?
Yeah, so as many of you will know, every person donating blood has the potential to save 4 lives. So, and it does not take a lot of time. It is not, people still have misconceptions that they'll feel ill or they'll not feel well after that, but it's not the case. And I have asked my friends to donate blood for me, and they are certainly happy to donate blood for me even time.
We are very happy to hear that your friends are donating blood for you in case you need them. And also, I would like to add up here is blood donation can be done by almost all people, and they check the certain criteria if you're fitting in the blood donation or not. And every people can donate blood. There are certain age restrictions, but it's okay. They will tell you when you go for a blood donation. As he mentioned already, it hardly takes 15 to 20 minutes for a blood donation. And it is very healthy, actually, to donate blood. you have made your way all the way to the IIM Bangalore. That's really incredible. And what do you think keeps you going? And I have also heard a rumor about something in the IIT Mumbai, if I am not
Yes.
wrong.
Mm.
So I would like to know that from you.
So let's talk about IIT Bombay story first.
Okay.
So when I was in 12th, I was giving multiple entrance exams to go into multiple colleges. So I gave one exam to go into IIT Bombay, where I had the chance to go into IIT Bombay. I got a really good rank, but there were multiple rounds. So I was not getting IIT Bombay in the first round. But so I floated the form and I tried again for the second round. But before the second round's results actually came, I got admission in College of Engineering, Pune, which was my hometown. So I took that, and then I came to know that I would have gotten admission to IIT Bombay too. So that was a bit of lost opportunity, but like I'm still satisfied that I was just 18 years old then, and I'm handling transfusions in Mumbai on my own. Would have been a bit difficult, but yeah, things could have been different.
Yeah, but I think we are on the right track, and you are doing an amazing work in
Yeah,
IIM Bangalore.
Everything turned out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like, what keeps you motivated? What still keeps you motivated, and you are doing good in your life? I know that.
So one thing I always told myself that to not cut any slack for myself, not give excuses for myself. So I try to match the efforts, match the outputs of other children. So other my friends. So what are they doing? I also always think that if I didn't have thalassemia, what would I have done? So I do that. I try to do that. I mean, it's certain that I won't be able to do everything, but I try to match that. Also, I remember that even when blood transfusions, we went for blood transfusions, my mother used to pack my books, school books. She asked me to study on that day. So we had a whole block of like 8 hours free. So I used to study that, but now I see the benefit of that. So it built a habit that uh, you shouldn't think short term. You shouldn't think that so I have thalassemia, I should take a rest, I should just play, I should just do whatever enjoys me right now. You should always think of long term.
That's very nicely put by you, I would say. So, what message would you like to give to the newly diagnosed parents, whose kids got thalassemia? We would like to hear it from you.
So first of all, don't listen to any myths like thalassemia is contagious, it will harm your IQ in any way. So if you transfuse regularly, if you give proper medications, everything will be fine. So you just have to follow the advice of your doctors and think about the long term, not just think about the short term and cut some slack and give excuses.
So, outside of this hospital visits or the blood transfusion, we would also like to know what helps to keep you recharged or what
Yeah.
helps to keep you happy.
So as you might know, the MBA schedule is really, really hectic. So there are always multiple things going on. There are group projects, there are assignments, there are classes. So apart from that, it drains you a bit. So to recharge, I like doing origami. So origami, paper folding. So I like making animals, flowers from paper. I like reading books, movies, and all. Everyone likes. So I also like going for go-karting.
Okay.
So, I'd say that in my undergrad years, I was actually the driver of our team. There was our team where we built our car
In the engineering college.
in the engineering college, and I was the driver. So I love driving, and right now I don't have a car or bike here, but I go for go-karting whenever I can.
Okay. So that was really lovely to know about you. Thank you, Srinivas, for sharing your journey so openly. And your journey is an inspiration that thalassemia may be a lifelong condition, but it doesn't end the dream or potential of a person. And I am really proud of you.
Thank you.
Also, I would like to know if any last message you would like to give for the public.
So for our listeners, I would like to say that awareness begins with conversation. uh, you should donate blood because it's for a healthy cause and it will help multiple people and also help people and patients like me spread knowledge and support people living with thalassemia.